really bumpy ride. Ken, I read today that you're expecting, and I quote, to have the crap kicked out of the boats getting out of the Med. What's the latest you're hearing from your forecasters? What can you tell us?
I think I was misquoted. There's a lot of weather around, as you can see, just looking out the window, and it's really going to be pretty tough first 24 hours. I guarantee there's not going to be a whole lot of sleep on these 6 boats. It could be a little bit of everything. We could get really light air up along the beaches. We could have light air in here at the beginning of the race. It'll be very squally. Out in the middle of the Med, for sure, there's quite a bit more breeze. And, I think this is what we signed up for. This is what we do. This is what we will do for the next 9 months. And we take what Mother Nature can throw at us, and we deal with it as best we can.
Chris, they're talking about 30-odd knots of wind. Does this add to the pre-race tension even more for you guys?
To a certain extent, yes, but that's more of a management issue, just to get the boat out of the Med in one piece. We're quite used to these conditions. With Campbell, we seem to have faced an awful lot of these kinds of conditions over the last few months, but the guys are ready for it. They'll take it in their stride, and as Ken said, there won't be any sleep until we're out of the Med, which will.
Now, Ika, traditionally, the boats that have done well in this first leg have gone on to either win or come very close to winning the event itself. Do you think it'll be any different this time?
Maybe. We don't really know. I think it will depend a lot how the boats they arrive in Cape Town. No? If there is a boat who are racing in Cape Town much earlier than the others, I don't know, day before than the others, and was not because of weather decision or something like this, and it's because this boat is better than the others. Yes, that can make them a big difference for the future, no? But also can happen that 5 boats or 6 boats arrive there in 5 hours. So I don't know. Depends. The only thing we know today, I think all of us, is that it looks like everything is going to be much closer maybe than the other editions. So. We'll see. It will depend a lot how we arrive there.
Now, Ian, presumably the mood in the Abu Dhabi camp is pretty high after winning the Iberdrola import race last Saturday. But is it a question for you of trying to douse down expectations as early as this, back home in Britain and Abu Dhabi indeed?
I think anybody who sailed the race or watched the race will realise that that it probably won't have much of a bearing on the next 39,000 miles. But having said that, it was great fun to win a race for a new team. You put so much into these things that you've got to enjoy the victories when they come. You never know when. You never know when the next one's going to be. And if nothing else, I think we could take some credit as a team, and it just gives everyone a little bit of a boost. But I think in terms of the next 3 weeks, it hasn't really changed anything in our minds. And certainly looking at the forecast, I don't think what we saw last Saturday is going to have much to do with what we're going to see in the next 24 hours.
Now, Frank, first time in the Volvooceanrace, unlike the guys around you. But you always seem so calm to me. You always look very relaxed. How are you keeping the
it's not true, huh?
How are you keeping the nerves at bay?
I'm very happy to be here, for sure. I'm very proud to be with this guy around me. I have to learn a lot, for sure. But I'm very excited to do that. We will see offshore. I'm pretty sure my crew is very good offshore. A lot of skill with Thomas Coville, for example. Know very well this first leg. So we will see, and we will see next, maybe in close to Canaria, we will see better. Yeah.
We'll see. Now, Mike, this is obviously a question close to my heart. You've got a guy called a media crew member on board, an MCM, and he's helped by a hell of a lot of wonderful technology. But what's it like for a skipper having someone on that boat, an 11th crew member, that's not actually helping, not allowed to help you sail the boat? Does it cramp your style, or how do you feel about it?
I think one thing which is particularly good with this group that's at the top table at the moment is these guys have had to work very hard to get their campaigns together. We're not in the most flush of economies at the moment, and so you know for sure that everyone here really understands what it takes to be in the fortunate position that the 6 of us are in, and to have a team, because there's certainly, you know, tens, if not 50 odd teams out there that tried to be here and that didn't make it. So we understand the game, we understand that we need to feed the press, need to feed the fans, need to feed the people with as much info, as much good footage, try and bring everyone on board as much as possible. And to be honest, the media crew member hasn't made a big difference to how we sail the boat. If anything, it's actually taken some pressure off the sailing team, because we used to do that ourselves, obviously not as well. And you know, now I think we've all seen the benefits of the media crew member from the last race, and I think everyone has embraced that. And yeah, there's no doubt a lot of us were quite sceptical when the concept came up, and now I don't believe we would be here today if it hadn't been introduced in the last race. So yeah, very important member of the team, possibly the most important member.
Thank you. Right, enough from me.